People have been saying that, have you noticed what people are saying that this is not the same?
What's not the same?
That, and how is that not, have you not noticed it? Does it bother you now you've seen it? Can you see? That goes behind and that goes in front.
Right, listen, we're about to film. So remember...
I've not looked at my face.
What?
Won't make any difference.
You've got to be good. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. As promised, we're doing a Q&A session now. We were going to do it as a live session, but we couldn't really work out how to do it. So we've pre-recorded this, and thank you so much for all of your questions. I think Claire's been collating them.
We've had loads of questions, absolutely loads of questions. Thank you so much. And I've collated them, yes.
Yeah, good.
The most popular question is this. So John Stevens asks, does Andrew work in music? Now, the reason, John watched a video and noticed that behind you were some really nice guitars and wanted to know if you play guitar. Now, also, this was asked by David Dawn, Anna Adams, Sharon Leslie, who wants a guitar Christmas special, Julie Crabtree, Simon Crisford, Rich Matthews.
That's a lot of people. Yes, I do work in music. I run a guitar school. I've done it for years and years and years. I've taught thousands of people how to play guitar, so that's what I do in the daytime.
I'm
yeah.
very good at the guitar.
Thank you very much. Well, I hope so, as people pay for me to teach them. So yes, I've got a really nice small team, brilliant people that work with me to do it, and we deliver guitar lessons to the Barnsley area, Wakefield and elsewhere. So yeah, that's what I do. That's my job. So
It's
yes,
your day job, isn't it?
it's my day job.
Are you going to show them how you play the guitar?
Well, I can't here because I haven't got my guitars, but
Yeah.
I did pre-record some
did
stuff.
you?
Yeah.
Should we look at it?
You can do. Don't think I'm showing off. I'm not showing off. I'm not trying to show off.
No.
It's just obviously if I come on and just play like a little chord, you're going to think, well, that's not a good school, is it?
Be like me playing my recorder.
Not really.
Although that got quite a good reaction.
That was pretty good. It was.
I did ask if I could have like a room in your school to teach the recorder, but you're not too interested in that, are you?
Not much call. I put an advert out, Claire, but nobody were interested. I think after they saw you playing,
Yeah.
I think you just intimidated them.
I'm very good at Little Donkey. So, John, you guessed correctly.
Yes, that's what I do. That is my day job. That is what I do. I play and teach guitar. So I'm also available for weddings, bar mitzvahs.
You don't do all that anymore now, do you? Because we're too busy outside.
Too busy. Long days. So the thing with my job is that it's antisocial hours, isn't it?
I know this, yes.
Yeah. So because obviously people don't come for lessons when they're working or they're at school, they can't do. So I end up doing later evenings, and that's how it started. So I start later, but as things have progressed, people have started retiring, and then they come in the day. So
Yep.
I just
Busy guy, aren't you?
we do long hours, but we're very grateful that we've got so many students to teach. So yes, so that's the answer to that question.
Good question. Thank you.
Did that's what you did?
No, nobody cares about what I did. So the next question is Eddie Mill.
Eddie.
When is Claire doing her CBT? But also Andrew Poyner, Tony Barr, Darren Appleby, Lorna Reeve all asked the same question.
When are you doing your CBT?
Yeah.
So if you don't know what a CBT is, what is a CBT?
Not sure, some motorcycle
Do you know
thing.
what it stands for?
Claire's basic training.
Compulsory basic training. So it's
Right.
what you've got to do in order to ride any motorbike on the road.
Yes. Well, the answer is yes, I am doing my CBT, and you need to watch Bike of Atlantis to see that. But it will be when it's a bit warmer because I'm a bit nervous about it.
You're getting me worried then. You'll have to watch Bike. Well, I've not seen any footage of you doing the CBT.
Well, I'm going to be doing it.
Oh, yeah.
But not until the new year when it's a bit warmer.
Yeah. We're not pressuring you. If you don't want to do it,
No,
you're
I
not going
want
to
to
do
do
it.
it.
However, we have to be in double digits between 11 and 13 degrees with a southwesterly wind that's
It needs
not
to
more
be
than 2 knots.
perfect for me,
Yeah.
yes. Otherwise I might
What's your
panic.
UV factor? What's the UV? 2 minimum.
Low hay fever rating.
So we're just waiting for those conditions to present themselves. And then Claire will be doing the
Hey, what are you going to do if I'm faster than you on the bike?
Well, I don't know. It's not a race.
Well, it might be fine passing
Safety
nice.
first. Safety first.
So John Anthony, Trevor Hennessy, Julie Legg, Steve Naylor and Sandy Gray ask, have we considered a St Christopher festival where everybody gets together?
Well, we kind of did one.
We did one in the summer.
So we rented a campsite, and have a look on this channel, go and watch it. Yeah, we had a great time.
Oh, awesome.
We had an absolutely brilliant time, and we're still in touch with the guys and girls that came along, and we really enjoyed that weekend.
Great time, yeah, brilliant. Never say never, but we haven't got any plans at the moment,
We
have
haven't
we?
got any plans to do it. The logistics of doing stuff like that, I know with work, there's a lot to do. And my fear for doing that, if I'm honest, is that
Nobody comes because you're really boring?
to make it run smoothly, we'd have to have a Z on that, and people would want to have a good time together, and we might be preoccupied. I'd hate that to happen, you know.
People have a good time. And it is fair to say that this summer, everybody watching this that came, we had a really good time,
Yeah.
didn't we? We had
We
a
did have a
quiz,
really
we had
good time.
competitions, we had
But
prizes.
that's because it was nice and small and intimate, and we could talk to everybody, and we weren't sat in each other's vans.
Yeah.
And so it was perfect. If we did it on a bigger scale, would we be able to say hello to everybody? I think that if you take time out to come to see us, we need to be able to speak to you.
Yeah, but nobody might turn up anyway, so it would be terrible.
I might
You'd have
not
to
even
speak
go.
to me. You'd have to speak to each other. Goodness.
I might have a week off from you.
It'd be great, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would.
Okay, so never say never, not sure, possibly.
Yeah. I mean, if we did, where do you think's a good idea? Where could we go? We did look into these type of places where you could rent them out.
Found a few that we thought could be quite good actually, didn't we? But we don't know the numbers, do we, in terms of who would come along. But we'll think about that.
Yeah. Maybe if we did it, we probably wouldn't film it and put it out as a video. I think it'd just be...
Just go meet people.
Just
We could
go.
just say we're going to this campsite on this day. If you come, great. If you don't, please don't worry about it. But we'll be here at this point. At this, we could do that,
If you've
couldn't
got
we?
an injunction, let's not go there.
But we could do something like that. I think I just spat then. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
I
Right.
like how you only recognise that one. Like Roy Hattersley.
Right. Are you ready for the next question?
Yeah.
So Michael Bainbridge wants to know why the name St Christopher of Atlantis.
Yeah, we've been asked this before, haven't
Yep.
we? So, but obviously there's new people. So do you want to do your
Yeah,
first bit?
so it splits into two. The St Christopher is me, and that's because as a child I moved around a lot, and somebody gave me a necklace and it got a St Christopher, patron saint St Christopher on it, which is for safe travel. So that's kind of, we thought we're travelling, we want to be safe. So
Yeah.
the St Christopher is that element of it.
So the Atlantis bit came from me because we bought a Vauxhall Vivaro that were white. It weren't the cleanest looking thing,
No.
really, was it? And it looked to me like the space shuttle Atlantis that I'd seen when I'd been to Florida. And I just liked the idea of that because if you've been, you'll know they've got it hung down from the ceiling, but you can see all the streaks on it from where it's come back into the atmosphere and everything else. And I just thought that was just a bit of a cool idea
Bit like our
to
van.
call it, and just a bit daft, really.
And if you've not seen the old St Christopher, you must watch some of the videos on that. They're very funny. Your DIY skills are just impeccable, aren't they?
I tried my best.
you
Actually, I
did a
did
great
a really bad injury on that. We didn't film any of that, did we? But I got injured
injury?
too. You see, you don't even know.
What injury?
I had a terrible injury from it. I got the electric screwdriver and a screw. And I was going like this, and it slips off a screw head, and I basically just drilled my own fingernail.
And it came off, didn't it?
Yeah. So I've already told you what I do. So imagine I'm teaching people for the first time, and they turn up,
And you got no fingernail.
and I've got a finger.
And you got
like
to pluck the string.
I've got a finger like a squash pork and tomato sausage.
Have you hurt your back?
I've been driving. This is another thing. Oh God, you're getting to see all the warts and all because I sit like this all day. Remember,
What are you doing?
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
I'm not a Hawaiian dancer.
Are you a hula girl in the daytime?
No. So because I sit like
Yeah.
that, and when I drive, we've only just turned up to this location. When I drive, I can feel it in my back.
You're getting older now.
I feel it in my toes. I feel like Matt Pillow.
Feel it in your fingers and toes. Is it all around you?
No.
Okay, next question. This is Bob and Diane Southcote. We met Bob and Diane in Cleethorpes that time.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now they're going to Spain for some winter sunshine.
Oh, gosh.
Would we consider going abroad, and where would we go?
There's a big story around this. Of course we would. However,
We've been abroad.
we've been abroad. So when we first started doing YouTube, we got this little boost. And people were watching, weren't they?
Yeah.
And we were getting a few thousand views per video, which for somebody, some channel,
New.
some
We were
people
new.
that had just started it were unreal. And we thought, oh, well, we're kind of onto something here. And we went to Bridlington and we went to all these places, didn't we, Pablo? So we thought, right, let's go on an adventure because obviously we've got a motor, well, we've got a van.
Yeah.
So a motorhome, not a van. No, we've got a van, not a motorhome. It's a
Yeah.
different thing. So, and we thought to ourselves, let's go on an adventure. So we planned a trip down to Como.
We
went
drove to Lake Como
Lake
in a
Como.
Vivaro with no toilet,
So we were
ladies.
making these videos on the way down, loads of views, nothing changed. And then we went to Folkestone, great views,
Yeah, I
nothing
liked it there,
changed.
didn't we?
And then as soon as we stepped foot in France, it bombed. Nobody wanted to see it.
We had a great time. We went to Germany, went to France, went to Switzerland, Luxembourg. Nobody watched any of them.
Liechtenstein.
Yeah, that was a really funny video, that one.
Yeah, so people didn't want to see it. So we know that a lot of people that watch us want to see campsites that they can get to.
In the UK.
So, yeah, that we could get to. So, but we love winter sun. And I would love to take the van somewhere warm and go on a big trip.
Yep.
So if you want to see that, then please let us know because it'd be great. We have put some polls up in the past where they're going, where do you want us to go? Northumberland, Spain, or Cornwall, or Portugal, but they
Nobody
didn't
chose that,
they
yeah.
didn't get voted. Whether we go to Spain or whether we go to like Filey, we'll put the same amount of effort into the videos. So if we're going to put the same amount of effort, we want to be
Well,
you know,
watch, don't we?
yeah, we want to give you stuff that you want to see, and if nobody's interested in Spain, then
Yeah, well, Paul Robinson, Les Clark asked about going to Ireland.
yeah, I'd love to go to Ireland.
I've got some roots in Ireland, haven't
Have you?
I?
What, Levi?
Reggie sauce now. Susan Anderson, Julie Atkinson, all asked about Europe. You know, would we go to Europe? So the answer is yes,
yeah,
we want to
we'd love
go.
to.
We want to go to Spain, actually. I want to go to Spain.
Drive the Benimar back to its home land.
We
Yeah,
could go to the factory. Is it in Spain somewhere, the
I
factory?
don't know. Well, Pablo's obviously of Spanish descent, and so is Dora. Pablo identifies as Spanish.
He does, yeah.
If there's enough call for it, then we'll do it. We'll probably go and do it and not film it, but the only problem is if we do that, then obviously we've got to have videos lined up to keep the schedule.
We do. We'll think
Is it
about that.
schedule or schedule?
I say schedule.
Schedule.
Don't know.
Let us
Potatoes,
know.
potatoes. Tomatoes. Don't know. Next question. So Jeff and Fiona asked, are we ever going to advertise products like Go, energy drinks, health drinks,
What, on here?
e-bikes? Yeah. We've never done anything like this, but we do get contacted, don't we?
We get lots. You get some
Yep.
right random stuff. We watch your video all the time and we love your content. We think that garden trowels are perfect for your channel.
Oh, we've had like cat trays and things,
Cat
haven't we?
trays.
Yeah, I've got a cat, so
Yeah.
would we ever do anything like that then?
I don't think we'd ever say never if it was something that were useful to everybody, but most of it's not that we get offered.
We're not going to do anything like that, are we?
No.
Apart from the magic deal that we're waiting for.
What, the Madri deal?
We're waiting for Madri, aren't we?
Or M&S. I'd do something with M&S.
Well, you are trendy now in your chinos.
Chinos or chinos?
Chinos.
I thought you said chinos.
Oh, I don't know what I said. But you'd do M&S, would you?
I'd definitely do M&S. I mean, if we can, if their people can get in touch with our people, I'd look at doing a deal on some M&S Ultimate khaki
Yeah.
chinos.
You do a good job at that.
There's a lot. I think you would enjoy looking at the M&S stuff as well,
Oh, would you? I think I would, yeah.
and the audience as well. So, but I'd do that. But the other stuff, we've just chosen not to do it. So I don't want this to come across as the wrong way, because a lot of our YouTube colleagues do it. We've got absolutely nothing against it. you know, we're not one of these that go, oh, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. You know, everybody's channel's different. But just for us, we just chose not to do it on this. But for biker, well, there's lots of products I can use for.
You've been
for the
contacted
biker.
quite a bit for biker, haven't you?
On the other channel, it's a bit easier to do that type of stuff because it's things that that I can use, that I would use, and that people that watch might want to look at. But yeah, it won't be a.
Yeah, we would never drink that in a million years anyway.
Well, we shouldn't mention it. We might get sued.
Oh, sorry. You can block that bit out. Beep.
Yeah.
But we'd never drink that, would we? In a million years.
No, I won't want to.
So no, Jeff and Fiona, we're not. You won't see anything like that on here, unless it's the big boys
It's the big
that we're
ones.
interested in. Yeah.
Ferrari,
Roller team, that'd be good.
Roller Team, Swift,
Carthago liners, those really big long
Carthago.
ones.
Yeah. You know, any of that. If it were a motor, if somebody's, honestly though, if a manufacturer said, "Oh, would you take this motorhome out and do some videos in it?" We'd probably consider that.
Oh yeah. Oh, a
Because
caravan.
Yeah.
I wonder if somebody's watching that knows anybody that could
Yeah,
do
they'd
that.
have to give us a car as well, so we ain't got a tow bar.
Problem is, we've not had any good ones, so
If you've approached us, we're really sorry.
yeah, we've not had anything that interests us too much. Okay, thank you.
Mm.
Grant McNabb, what do we think of the NC 500? Did we enjoy it?
We loved the NC 500, but we learnt a lot about the NC
Yeah, we did.
500
We
as
did,
well.
yeah.
One, that it's not really a thing; it's just a company that's set up, which it's annoyed a lot of people on the NC 500.
Yep.
And there's a big thing as well. There is a big myth, and we're not judging anybody either way, but there's a big myth that in Scotland you can just park up where you want, but that's not true.
No, it's not true.
It's not. You can wild camp with a tent, but motorhomes and vans, not true. And I think what's happened is, you know, probably in the past people would go up into those parts, park up and not have any problems and not get in people's way. But as it's been promoted and got more popular, it's caused issues
Yeah.
for people up there.
I loved the trip up there.
But it is
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's great.
There's some lovely parts to it, and then
Mm.
there's some other parts that are just, you know, just a part
Mm.
of a road. You know, they are, aren't they? You know,
I liked Dunnet Head. Then I liked Sango Sands Oasis. I think that's Durness. And then we drove down, and I really liked. Well, we liked Shieldag, didn't we?
yeah. Thing is, if you've not done it and you want to do it, or you do it, we're not here to tell you how to do it. It's not our place. You know, there's people been doing this a lot longer than what we have. But if we were to do it again, us personally, then we'd do it like we did it that time, and we'd use the campsites.
We're not wild campers.
No, we use the campsites. But as I say, if you do wild camp and everything, you know, we're not NC 500
yeah.
police, and if you do that and it's great and that's that, just if you've never done it before, just have a little read about it before you dive in and think that you can just pull up places, because chances are that you're going to be on somebody's land and they're not best pleased about it.
No, that's right. But we had a great time. And so Heather Lockhart and Claire Grieg asked, are we going to go back to Scotland?
100%.
Yeah, so
It's absolutely
Soon.
amazing. The people up there, the scenery, the weather, the different culture.
yeah,
It's definitely a highlight
yeah.
for me.
We love it, don't we? Definitely going back.
Beautiful. It's just everything about it's beautiful. I know, you know, if you have a look through our
Back
videos,
catalogue.
yeah, you can see that we had the odd person that were nasty to us, but you can get that anywhere.
You can, yeah.
Yeah,
We've got that in other places, didn't we?
Filey.
Got that in Filey. We've got that in Wales a little bit
Yeah.
as well.
So it's not representative of where it is. We've always been hugely welcomed. I know that a lot of you guys are Scottish, and you've taken to us and you've given us so much good advice.
Some Scottish friends, haven't
And
we?
really, really supportive. So yeah, but just if you go, it's like anyway. If you go somewhere, just be respectful. You know, I always think if you go to somebody's house, they ask you to take the shoes off.
You really should.
Take your shoes off. Otherwise, you don't go in. That's it.
Yeah.
It's simple, just like that.
Simples.
Simples.
Okay, next question. Are you ready for another question?
Come on.
So this is Jack Granger.
Yeah.
Now, Jack asked, do you ever recognise subscriber names who leave comments, like people from school? Have you ever, anything like that happened?
From school.
Yeah. So you had somebody that you work with. I forget the name now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's true.
Didn't you?
Yeah.
My cousin.
I did recognise. Yeah.
My cousin found us on there.
Yeah. So occasionally it has happened. But the interesting thing about doing this, it's not like if we went on Strictly Come Dancing, is it? And we're not even,
No.
I mean, we're not even a massive channel, but it's
No.
getting more popular. And but it's not like that. It's very niche. So we can just go down. Oh, well, you get pulled up sometimes in Tesco's, don't you?
I do, yes.
So that's in his local area. But say we went to Tesco somewhere else, chances are that nobody would know who we were anyway.
No.
So when we get onto a campsite or in an area where there's a lot of campsites, then we get to meet loads of people, don't we?
She's really like that, don't we? We love it. People come up and say hi.
But it's always it's like, that we're known in certain situations now, aren't we?
Yeah, we do like that, don't we? And
Was it Billy Connolly that went, "Oh, I hate that, could do that."
is that what he
You do
did?
quotation marks, yeah.
And Jack also asked, do the neighbours know that we're YouTubers? Now, there was a little story here when you took the dogs out one morning.
One of us neighbour knows. Hello. Yeah. Yeah.
They said to you, didn't they? Are you on YouTube?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
true.
us.
Yeah.
Here we are.
So one neighbour that we know of knows,
Mm-hmm.
but all our neighbours are friendly, but they're
lovely, yeah.
not actually mentioned.
Yeah.
But it's one of them. I think some people do. You're either that type of person or not, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know, you're going to go, well, like I would go, I've seen you on YouTube.
Yeah, we
without
do.
thinking, I've got no filter, it just comes out. Whereas Claire would go, I think that's them on YouTube. Like to me. And then I'd go,
Hey,
it's you on YouTube.
Yeah, you would, yeah. So, Gary Train, does Andy have any plans to model for M&S?
For modelling for
Yeah.
M&S.
I think you'd be a good model.
I prefer, thank you. But Gary, if I'm honest, I've left that behind now.
Your modelling days,
Modelling days are done.
are they?
Yeah, it were getting ridiculous. It were getting ridiculous. I went Paris, Rome.
Peckham. Paris, New York and Peckham.
Yeah.
Mainly Peckham. Okay, next question
I
then.
haven't finished talking about my
Sorry.
modelling. The
Tell
thing
me more
is
about
that
your modelling.
it's just what it is that Claire doesn't like the fact that I used to model. Okay, there were nothing bad. There were a little bit of risque stuff in it, and
wished.
and occasionally these
Gloves?
pictures do surface again. But gloves, weird.
Glove modelling.
And
people
that's
do
why
that,
I
you know.
saw what.
Glove modelling.
Well, so Gary, that's where it
He
is.
wishes is the answer to that. Now, a lot of people are talking about Van Talk returning. So do we need to quickly talk about Van Talk? The fact that we used to make some videos, we called them Van Talk.
We love doing van talks.
Yeah.
We got to nosy around everybody else's units.
Yeah, it was a little talk show, if you like, wasn't it? We talked about rants, we talked about where have you been, what problems that you've had. You know, we shared pictures about our rigs, our
Yeah.
dogs, our cats.
The thing is, it kind of polarised our audience. We can reach a bigger audience by finding out what most people want. So what happened with Van Talk is that I think half of the audience loved it and the other half didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
And that started to then cause a little problem with all the other videos where people were not clicking on that, or it wasn't serving the video to the people that would normally look at it.
Yeah, that's right. And so we decided to stop.
We decided to stop it. Whereas, you know,
Quite a painful decision
it
for
was
me,
a big
that.
decision because a lot of people had, you know, taken the time
yeah.
to send videos and pictures in and stuff like that. But you know, at the end of the day, we'd have probably ended up with a much smaller audience. So we'll see. I mean, if there's enough demand for it, we don't mind doing.
It's the rent of the week.
Yeah, if you've not
If
seen
you know,
them,
you know.
if you've not seen them, have a look back. There's plenty on there. If you like the idea of it, then stick a like on it. And if we see a load of likes or comments
Yeah.
on the Van Talk ones, then we'll look at doing it again.
Yeah, I did enjoy them. We talked about things like, you know, is it good to put beans in a pot on your breakfast?
That were a big talking point.
That's a massive problem. You know,
Well, we were at a wedding actually yesterday,
Yeah.
and there were another one, and this is one. This is a big one, and it caused such a stir.
Yeah.
And I just thought when it happened yesterday, I thought this is like what happens with our comments.
Yeah.
Is it a bread cake?
Oh, yeah, it's a bread cake.
Well, we think it's a bread cake, but they were nearly fighting at this wedding.
Yeah, somebody said it was a bap, didn't they?
Yeah. And then they were saying,
What else
well,
did
you
they
can't
say?
have a bread cake because bread's not a cake. But but then there were a
bread roll.
guy called Martin that were trying to explain it quite humorously, weren't it? Because he was saying, on Earth, it's called a bread cake. On Earth. So quite funny.
It was really funny. You had a great time. Yeah, okay.
So that's fan talk. That's a situation where, ooh, you're getting some right backstage access in this.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Juicy.
fan talk was great, wasn't it? We've got lots of pictures of dogs and people and vans and things. So Julie Legg was asking about the situation with beans in a pot, but my views are still very strong. Beans shouldn't go in a pot.
They are strong as well.
Yeah, is your view still the same?
I just think...
You didn't really care about that, did you?
No, but I just think if they've taken the time to present it nice, I'm just grateful for that.
Yeah. But
This
no.
whole...
Pour them out the pot.
You and your friends in the comments section are quite passively aggressive about this beans in a pot.
Oh, yeah,
aren't you?
we've got some true believers that they shouldn't be in a pot. You don't put them in a pot at home. So why would you do it there? Anyway, you don't put them in a pot at home, definitely not. Okay, next question is going to be quite a brief answer, but we've had a lot of people asking of it, so we want to keep it quite brief. Have we got children? So the answer, I think the brief answer is yes, we've got 2 grown-up children.
Beautiful girls.
And they're fantastic. And yes, we don't look old enough to have grown-up children. I got ID'd today.
Did you?
In Marks Spencer's buying some wine.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you buying wine for?
Non-alcoholic wine.
Oh, yeah, well, now, this is the thing, isn't
It was non-alcoholic wine, though.
And you got ID?
I did.
This non-alcoholic... Right, so...
Question.
You need to explain this non-alcoholic thing, okay? So we decided, or I thought, well, every time I got in this motorhome, which is quite often, I'd plug it in and then there's a little reward. I'd have a can of beer. But then it wouldn't stop at 1 can of beer. So I'm not saying that it were developing a problem. However, it's I just noticed I was doing that. So I thought, I'm going to stop for a bit.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of a rest, aren't we?
After Wales, I think it was, we said we're not doing it. So I'm on this big streak of not having anything.
How many days?
It's 60-something, I think.
Oh, you what?
I
broke my streak, didn't I?
As we said, we went to a wedding yesterday. One of Claire's best friends. So you had a little drink, not much.
I did, yeah. It was lovely.
But I didn't. So I decided I was going to get alcohol-free San Miguel, which seemed a really good idea.
Yeah.
And it actually tasted all right. It's not the same, but it's not too bad. It's a substitute. But it were a 330 millilitre bottle. Guess how much? Like, you got to think I'm from Yorkshire and I'm from...
And it's got
Barnsley.
alcohol in it.
No alcohol, so there's no tax on it. There's VAT, but there's no alcohol duty.
So tell us, Andrew, how much was one bottle?
£5.50.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
I had £55 worth of pop.
I mean, that is a rip-off,
I didn't
really.
have 10, though.
Is it because it's fashionable to have non-alcoholic? Why would it be so expensive?
But why are you getting ID'd for...
I got ID'd for non-alcoholic
That's
wine.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why would they ID you?
Don't know.
Just because it says wine. You get ID'd for wine gums? I'd have said that to
No,
her.
I got ID'd for some tweezers once, about 6 months ago.
What do you think you're going to do with them?
I'll tell you about that.
Why would you get ID'd for tweezers?
Maybe because I would get somebody, I don't know, idea. But I got ID'd for tweezers.
Well, is it all right to get somebody if you're over 18?
Right.
Only thing I got ID'd for.
What?
When I got on bus.
Wait for your
You got your
pensions.
ID? You got your ID? I says, no, why? He says, well, because you can get on for an hour.
Right, ready for the next question? Andrew Dean, what made us start doing YouTube? And what's next for the clothing brand?
Ooh, fashion. Well, we're not wearing our stuff, are we?
No, so what made us start? Well, basically...
What, the clothing brand?
No, YouTube first. We just fell into this, didn't we?
We went to Formby and
In the Vivaro.
Yeah, and we had an iPad, and then I found this app where, you can make videos, and I thought, you can't make videos on an iPad. That's rubbish. You can't edit videos on an iPad.
But you did, didn't you?
And I did it, and I thought, that's all right. So I think that's still up there. Terrible.
Formby, and nobody looked at that.
No, it's terrible. It's just Pablo running through the
Beautiful
dunes.
Formby Beach, isn't it?
Did that, and then, I don't know, and then it's like, actually, you can do things on an iPad. So I don't need to buy any extra gear, so let's start filming some stuff. And you'd bought a GoPro. Yeah. And then we started doing...
Walking about Filey and stuff, didn't we?
Yeah.
You were doing like a Carl Pilkington type at first, weren't you, where you were doing the grumpy talking. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
We did Filey, yeah. And then I just enjoyed doing it. And then we just enjoyed filming it and having a laugh. And then, because it was just funny to, I think, joke about and then watch it back.
Yeah.
So that's how it started, really.
Yeah.
What was the other part of the question?
What's next to come with the clothing brand?
Massive plans.
We've got some big plans for this, haven't we?
Big plans. To be fair, the clothing brand has been more successful than what we could have ever dreamed of.
And I like to think that's because it's really good stuff.
We spent a lot of time making sure that it were really good quality. Now, from a business point of view, it's not the savviest of business because they cost us quite a lot of money to buy. And we could have gone cheaper and had bigger margins and everything else, but we just wanted to have good quality stuff. And like people say merch, and we were like, well, we didn't really want merch.
Quality.
We wanted apparel. So we've got lots to do. We're thinking in seasons.
We're going to have a summer season or a spring season, aren't we?
So everything
Very quickly, sorry to interrupt you. We've got a new small stock in now, so please take a look. Republic of Atlantis.
Yeah. The logo we had done professionally, so we'll be working with some more designers for that type of thing. But really, ultimately, it's got to be stuff that we'd use.
Yep.
And if we're going to use it, then you might use it. The t-shirts are really good quality.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
I wear mine all the time under my hoodie and all that stuff. The hoodies themselves.
You've got one on now.
Oh, I've got one now.
Let's show everybody.
There we go. Embroidered as well.
Yeah, it's the really good, very good quality. We knocked a lot back that we didn't like. We weren't acceptable, didn't we?
There's some terrible stuff.
Yeah.
We looked at all sorts. There's the logistics of it as well. The way that what you can do is you can get a company to print it all up for you and then send it out, but you don't actually see it. We didn't want that. It comes to us first, and Claire sorts it all out. We've got some lovely packaging made.
Really nice packaging.
Again, is not very business savvy. It's expensive packaging, but we just wanted it to be a bit of an experience so that you can become part of the crew.
Yeah, if you're buying it as a Secret Santa, we might let you down there because the packaging's so great. You'll be able to see. You'll
exactly
see
what it is.
Yeah.
In fact, I think there's a couple of every drivers that thought, "Oh, I know what
these.
this is," and they've had them, but that got sorted out. We don't use every anymore. That's a video in itself.
Maybe we could do that.
Maybe we could do that.
Right, just one thing, very unprofessional. We're booked in for our tea in this pub in 10 minutes. Should we do a couple more questions and then come back?
Let's just do them now.
Right, quickly then. So Chrissy Pringle asked, what channels do we watch? Who are our favourites and did they inspire us to start?
Well,
good one.
Big Al on the Loose, because that's Chrissy
Big Al on the
Pringle's
Loose,
channel.
Very good channel, actually.
Give them a watch. They're good. So Chrissy and Andy.
Yep.
We watch one of my favourite for a Friday night is Life is Too Short.
Yep, Carol and Ken.
Love Carol and Ken.
Yep.
It don't matter what I've been doing, they always chill me out. And the editing, the choice of music, it's just such a nice...
just sit with them, don't you, as they're doing the thing. I'd like to talk about somebody that maybe nobody would expect me to say, I don't know. Our very, very first van life video was the Slows.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I remember the video very clearly. They went to Castleton and they were doing a test. They had a chili con carne made in the van and they were going out for their tea in a pub in Castleton. And that was the very first van video we've ever watched. I remembered it, and it's the Slows. I absolutely love Trisha Pugh. She's absolutely fantastic. I watched Trisha's Motorhome Madness and Pugh's on tour, but Trisha is ace. And I really wanted to bump into Trisha at the NEC, but we missed each other. So we've messaged in bits. But Trisha, we've got to bump into you guys one day. We've got to do that.
They're the most probably down to earth.
And Gareth, Trisha's brilliant.
If you've not seen them, give them a look. They're just you love them.
I've watched every single video.
So funny. Some stuff you're like, wow.
I've watched every single one. They're great.
Yeah, brilliant.
So they're in Scotland.
Yeah, but we watch all sorts of stuff. Lots of stuff, lots of van life stuff. Camper Vibe, we watched.
Of course, Camper Vibe. Yeah, King in It was something that we've always watched. Yeah.
So there's plenty.
One more question that Chrissy asks. We used to do skit videos, didn't we? Like No Time to Die, which is Chrissy's favourite video. Would we ever do those skit videos again?
Probably, but on a different channel, do you think?
So just for people that don't know, we made videos when we went to Europe. My favourite video we've ever done is in Switzerland when you've got the Yodel.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic videos. I really want you guys to watch them.
They're
So
probably
good.
being buried, and you know, you
They're
might
fantastic.
not see them,
Please
or-
watch the Switzerland video.
you know, you have watched them and thought, oh no.
Weird, yeah.
Yeah. So it just made us laugh.
I think it's a bit like the Vic Reeves of van life, isn't it? It's a bit
we
funny,
wish.
funny comedy.
We wish.
We think it's very funny, but please take a look. So we might do, but they were quite hard work, weren't they? Lots of planning. We used to buy props and things for it, didn't we? So it took a bit of time.
I think most people are just watching. I mean, we used to get the comment, "What have I just watched?"
Yeah.
So, bit too extreme.
Yeah, but they were great. They were really good. Next one, okay. Michelle White, are we going down south?
Yeah.
We are. We were going to go. Well, we are.
We're just
booked.
waiting for his passports.
Yeah.
Can't get past.
We're going down
Michelle.
south for New Year. We're going down on Boxing Day.
So, which direction? You'll have to wait and see. But yeah. that's
Okay.
what we'll do.
Next one. So Linda Whittaker wanted to know about Pablo, what Pablo was treated for, because Pablo was poorly last year, around about this time, actually, September time last year. Pablo was very poorly. We did make a little video, actually.
It's It's probably not. It's a bit uncomfortable viewing, I think, if you're sensitive to dogs. But Pablo got puppy strangles.
Serious.
And it was
Skin disease.
really, really bad. But luckily, a vet noticed what it was, even though he were a bit too old to have it, and then gave him a treatment of steroids, and it just turned him round. But we'll not go into the details of it. But it wasn't very.
He was
good
very
for him.
poorly, but he's fine now. He's cured.
He is, no problems.
And on his steroids, he was like a machine, wasn't he?
Oh God.
Sorted him out. You listening?
You got some right roid rage, haven't you,
baby.
mate? You were having everything.
You're good now,
I
aren't
wouldn't
you?
have fought him.
You were good now. Okay, he's great. Next one, Levi Tudman wants to know where did he put his keys? He can't find them anywhere.
That's Levi. I love Levi. It's so classic.
Next one, Ray and Jude. Now they live in Australia, Ray and Jude, and they've got a little dog.
Ray and Jude. Oh no, Ray and Jude.
Now they've got a dog called Winston, just one dog. Is it easier? Would we recommend getting a second dog?
It's not easier.
No.
Would we recommend it? I absolutely adore Dora. I love her. She's
What are you
just
doing?
brilliant. She's just brilliant. But no, it's not easier. It's definitely more difficult to vlog with. It's definitely more tiring, especially in here when they're like, ooh, when they're, I'm okay. When they're tiptoeing about. Dora doesn't like to be house trained, which causes all sorts of challenges. She sometimes struggles with it. Dora's very alpha. She does what she wants when she wants.
She's very dog-like, whereas Pablo's very sensitive.
And she don't get upset about it. She don't care if anybody else is upset about it. She just does a thing, doesn't she? So
Yeah.
it's
Well, Elaine Potter and Tracy Bailey asked this too, but I think Pablo's a quiet dog. He'll do anything you tell him to do. But Dora doesn't. So it's been a bit tricky, to be fair, hasn't it?
Next question.
Yeah, next question. Next question is the voiceover woman. We don't want to talk about her, do we? Because
She's the Stig.
She's the Stig.
And
Next one.
she winds me up, that woman.
Off and fix your curtains.
Next one, Smug on the Line. A guy called Andy. He's got a great site. If money was no object, where would we go anywhere in the world?
In the world?
Yeah.
Bali, I wouldn't mind trying.
Bali would be good.
But it's
Should we go in there then?
not right good for
Can we
dogs.
vlog? But I'll leave them with my mother. That's pretty much it. There's other questions. Eamon Cleary asks, how long would we last in a zombie apocalypse? We'd last forever, you, wouldn't you?
What, me?
Yeah.
Why?
If you get stuck anywhere, you want to be with Andy, really, because he's very handy, aren't you? So that is the end of Q&A. We're going to do maybe some sort of live Q&A at some point, maybe next year sometime, but
not right now. And the reason why, it's not because we don't like talking to you, it's just that in 2
tea
minutes
time.
we've got us, and it's on the last booking. So if we don't get this,
And I
then
want
we'll
pie.
see that.
I'm having a pie. What are you having?
I don't know what they got. Anyway, hopefully that's answered some questions and it's helped you to get to know us a little bit more. We've loved having your questions.
Let us know about this meetup next year if you'd be interested in doing it.
Yeah.
Because if you are, we'll do
I'll
it.
have a look into it.
Spain, France, if you're interested, we'll do it.
We'll do it, yeah.
Let us know.
We'll just want to do a good channel, that's all it is. Anyway,
Thank
I'm
you.
really hungry. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Word.